What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Aman's Toxic Gamble 331. Back at it with another video. And today we are going to be doing our November 2023 monthly check. And if you guys have not watched a monthly check before, it is where I rank all the movies I've seen this month from the worst to the best, including movies at home that I've never seen before that many other people have seen or whatever. So that's in my list too. And of course, new releases that came out last month as well. And then after that, we do my overhaul, the new stuff I got this week, this last month, and also new pictures on the ceiling, which I have 3. So yeah, I've been catching up with those as of late. But before we get to the actual beginning of the video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number 1, it's absolutely free. Number 2, we're on the road to 500 subscribers, just 75 away now. Really help out your boy if you did subscribe. It also goes for people that have watched my channel for all and haven't subscribed yet. If you missed my previous monthly checks, they're in a playlist on my YouTube channel if you'd like to check that one out. Also, don't forget to like the video as well, because it'll let me know that you do like my monthly checks, and it'll help with the YouTube algorithm and recommend the video more. But with that being said, just gonna take a quick drink of water real quick. And with that being said, let's get right into the And I have a total of 14 movies as well, by the way, on this list. And let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, 5 are new releases. All the rest are movies I haven't seen before that other people have seen. So coming in last place, unfortunately, is The Naughty Nine, the last new release I watched, which I watched it the day before yesterday. Well, the night before yesterday, I should say. And this movie's fine. Even if it's last place, it's just fine. It's not amazing by any means. It's not really for me. It's more for the younger kids, you know. It's an alright Disney Plus special. I mean, for Disney Plus special, it is good, but it's not, like, amazing. Like, Crater shocked the crap out of me earlier this year. That was a pretty big surprise. I did not expect to love that as much as I did. And then this one's just a fun little kid heist movie, but nothing really amazing about it. So that's pretty much all I'll have to say about this. And also, some of the kids I don't think were likable. Now going into number 13, Next Goal Wins. A fine underdog movie. It's not a terrible movie by any means. Not bad or good movie, just like The Naughty Nine. It's just that I've seen one of these movies before. We've all seen this type of movie before with underdog movies. I will say this, Michael Fassbender did act great in this movie. Probably, I think this is the first time I saw his, like, true dramatic acting after him as Magneto in X-Men. So he really gets to shine here. The humor is really funny during some certain times. But then again, like I said, it's a movie that you've seen before, so it's not really anything new to the table, to say the least. Now, moving on to number 12. And I believe I saw this on the same day I watched The 99, I'm guessing. And that is Wish, the last movie I saw in theaters. And this is a fun enough Disney movie. It's cute enough. I had very low expectations, and the movie actually surprised me. It was really good and really fun. Most of the music in here was really good. That's the biggest plus I can give it. Chris Pine was also very fun as our villain in here, as the voice of our villain. All the characters were pretty cute, like the animal characters, like the goat was pretty funny, and also the Wish, especially the star, like, the star was so cute. And also, it paying tribute to Disney throughout the years. It's basically celebrating Disney's 100th year anniversary, and I think it does a great job of doing that. But one of the biggest issues I had I didn't like the main protagonist at all. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I did not enjoy her character whatsoever. She was just a wash, rinse, repeat, same character as the previous princesses. She doesn't bring anything really new to the table. Well, I will say this. Her reason that she wants to grant her wish is really nice. So it's it kind of makes me kind of like her character a little bit, but I still don't like her character. And also, it is a movie that is pretty predictable, and you know what it is, you know what's going to happen and stuff. So it's not anything very unique, but it is a pretty good Disney movie, and it's sad it bombed. Coming in at number 11, we have Emma from 1998, and I did not choose to watch this, okay? So, I have this class in school called Movies as Literature, where I watch a movie and then I write an essay about it. And this is the movie I watched here. It has Gwyneth Paltrow, and I forgot what the guy's name was that played the, Willy Wonka character from Spy Kids, but he's in here as well. And, I'm not really big into period pieces, to be honest, especially period piece dramas. I have to be in the right mood, but why this comes up this high is because I can definitely see this as high quality for people that love these type of movies. The performances were all good all around. The music, the set, the costuming and prop designs were all really good. And yeah, it was fine. I wouldn't dread watching it again, but it's just period pieces aren't my thing. So top 10 people, and coming in at number 10, another movie I watched for Movies as Literature, and that was The Philadelphia Story. And I have to be in the right mood to watch some certain old movies. So this one was funny enough. I can't remember much of the movie, but it has Cary Grant and James Stewart in it, and it is in a couple of articles, top 100 favorite movies of all time, which I can definitely see that. As for me, I wouldn't go that far. It's a good movie, but I don't think it's near my top 100 or 500. So it comes in at number 10. Now, moving on to number 9, the most controversial movie this month, The Marvels. The Marvels was definitely an improvement over the first film. I had a lot more fun with this one, especially the dynamic between all three of the Marvels with Monica, Kamala, and Captain Marvel. I thought they were all had nice arcs with each other. Miss Marvel, I think it was a great choice to bring her into here. She was absolutely the show stealer in this movie. I think it definitely makes Captain Marvel a better character, not by much, but it does improve her character a little bit more. Also, the fight scenes when they switch around and stuff, that was really cool. I loved all those scenes, even though the CGI was a little bit spotty, but it was fun. Also, that's all the positive. Oh, wait, and the post-credit scene is a really cool post-credit scene, and I'm glad I didn't have that spoiled for me. So, yeah, and the ending was cool, too. But now, moving on to the negatives of the movie. The villain sucked. Another generic and vanilla villain. I did a MCU tier list video a long time ago of the villains, if you would like to check that one out. And let's just say the villain in this did not make it that far up my list. She's actually played by Tom Hiddleston's wife, I believe. I remember hearing that somewhere. So that's pretty interesting. She acts good in the role, but it's just a generic villain that has no layers to her character. Also, I thought CGI was kind of a little bit spotty at some times. And also, this movie does sideline Nick Fury. So, yeah, this movie was fun. This movie was fun. It's not one of the best MCU movies, not even close to the worst, but it was fun enough. Now, number 8, and I think this is the final movie I watched as movies as literature movie, The Journey of August King. And you guys are going like, what? Journey of August King? What is this? Hang on. I'll tell you. So it's basically, I don't know if it's based on a true story or not, but it's based on this guy named August King, where he is traveling during the slave times, and he eventually stumbles upon a slave and wants to help her. So he helps basically goes on a journey with her and attempts to bring her to the place she needs to go. And this movie, honestly, I highly recommend. Probably up here, well, except for number 7. This movie, I wouldn't, well, if you guys know me, rewatch value plays a big part in my movie rankings. And this one, I don't think I'll ever rewatch again. I'll maybe rewatch it once or twice, but I'm not rewatching it anytime soon. The performances were all good. This one has, I forgot what his name was, but the guy that plays Michael from The Lost Boys in here, he does a really great performance. Also, Kathy Newton, I believe that's her name, the Ethan Hunt's first girlfriend in Mission Impossible 2, she's in here as well, and she does great as the slave. And, yeah, this all around was a really great movie, and the set pieces and stuff and it was just a good movie. The reason why I don't have it higher is because rewatch value, because if you love animals, just some stuff happens to them, which you guys already get the gist of the idea, and that will probably not let me watch this one. And also, this is a PG-13 movie, by the way. A dude literally gets cut in half in this movie. Well, it's not really like a close-up, but it's like from afar away, so you can see him cut in half. And that, I was going, dang, this is PG-13, right? Because, yeah, it was very, surprising. And, yeah, if you guys have not seen this, I recommend. I don't know what streaming service is on, but I highly recommend. Now, moving on to number 7, The Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. Why I put this one above Journey of August King is because I would probably rewatch this one over Journey of August King. The performances were all around great. I thought Rachel Zegler did great as, I forgot what her character was named, but she did great. Also, the guy that played, Snow in this movie did phenomenal. He was great in this movie as well. Peter Dinklage and Viola Davis, we all know that how good of an actor / actress they both are. So they are, again, deliver. Also, a couple good... Hang on a second. Also, a couple of good side characters here and there. And this one's my 3rd favorite out of the Hunger Games franchise. I loved the world building, the further world building they did in this universe. They definitely, they built up the world of the capital a little bit more. They did a really good job of that. Also, how people die in this movie, they did a pretty good job on the kills here, even though some of them are CGI. They did really good on that. Trying to remember. That's pretty much all the positives I can really think of. The negatives, so this movie is split into 3 parts. The first 2 parts are really good. The 3rd part, however, I think it's decent, but it does drag a lot compared to the first 2 parts. And also the It's runtime. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it felt a little bit longer than that, maybe like 3 hours. I wish they kind of trimmed that down a little bit. But otherwise, it was a really good Hunger Games movie, so I recommend to Hunger Games fans. Now, moving on to number 6, which I ironically watched last night, and that is Apollo 13. And Apollo 13, that might be blasphemy. I know you guys are probably shocked by that and angry at me, but Apollo 13 was really good. I would give it an A- score or A+, which that's still very high, okay? So don't get mad at me. It's just, I don't really have any negatives with the movie. I think all the movies up here I've thoroughly enjoyed, so I don't really have any negatives with them. Tom Hanks did great in this movie. Also, Kevin Bacon as well, and Bill Paxton. All three of them did great. I think Tom Hanks got nominated for an Oscar, correct me if I'm wrong, during this movie. What others? The space effects are a little bit dated during some certain scenes, but there's also some certain scenes in there, too, where they have really good space effects as well. The other side characters are really good. All the performances are good around, and yeah, this movie was very solid. I liked it a lot. Now, top 5, people. All right, coming in at number 5 is, hang on. Did anyone guess that? No. Yes, no. I don't know. You let me know down in the comments if you guessed that or whatever. It is Austin Powers and Goldmember. The third Austin Powers movie. I watched the first 2 last month in my last monthly check, if you would like to check that one out. And this one might be my favorite out of the 3. I really love this movie. This movie was very funny. The opening scene is hilarious. How they're spoofing Austin Powers and have Tom Cruise playing Austin Powers in the first act. We have Kevin Spacey playing Dr. Evil. Danny DeVito playing Mini-Me, and Gwyneth Paltrow playing Austin Powers' girlfriend, and John Travolta playing Goldmember. It was hilarious. Also, they bring back all the characters in the previous movies too, which I thoroughly enjoy that decision. Well, not the girlfriends, but they bring all the past villains into this movie, like Fat B-Turd, and of course Mini-Me and Dr. Evil. And I'll enjoy that little subplot they did where the Dr. Evil's son is actually getting appreciated compared to Mini-Me. I thought they did a really good job on that. And yeah, this movie was hilarious. I love the Austin Powers trilogy, so yeah. Coming in at number 4, we have Interstellar. And Interstellar I've never seen before. I'm a big Nolan guy, and I've never watched it. And this movie was great. The score especially, that score is phenomenal. Probably up there in, like, top 10 movie scores of all time. They did a really great job of that. The visuals were very good in this. Matthew McConaughey does phenomenal in the lead role. Matt Damon does really great as this little side role where he's another space person that I thought was very interesting how he was another space person, because The Martian came out a few years after this, so that was pretty interesting. I don't know what the year Interstellar came out, but Martian came out after this, I'm pretty sure, but it was interesting to see him there. Also, Anna Hathaway did really great as well. Michael Caine, Jessica Chastain does great as well. And if I had one negative, it would be how crazy it gets in the third act, like at the end and stuff. It's not a big negative, but it's really crazy. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Interstellar was great. Coming in at number 3, shout out to Voyant if he's watching this. Christian, you know yourself. So that's one of my friends. Be sure to check him out on YouTube as well. Well, I think his name changed or whatever. Anyways, Voyant, this is his favorite movie of all time. I believe this is the right version of the movie, right? So it is the Count of Monte Cristo from 2002. I don't believe it's the old one. It might be. I don't know. But, yeah, this is just a really good sword fighting movie and revenge movie as well, because you want to see the Count of Monte Cristo succeed and get his vengeance against Guy Pearce's character, which Guy Pearce is phenomenal in his bad guy role. I thought he did really great. There's not much sword fighting in here, but the sword fighting we get is absolutely great. And this also has a young Henry Cavill in here as the Guy Pearce's character's son. I thought that was pretty interesting seeing him there. I was going, is that Henry Cavill? And it is. That was pretty cool to see him in here, like in a very young role. I think he was in his early teens, maybe. It was pretty funny to see him in there. And yeah, Count of Monte Cristo is truly great, and I understand why Christian loves it so much. Now, number 2, and this was really close. I had to think which one I enjoyed more, and I'm going to put Coraline. This is still a 10 out of 10 movie for me. Coraline was truly great, and I'm probably going to kick myself in the foot for not watching it sooner, because why I never got around to watching it really much was because I heard it was, like, really scary. And it is. Don't get me wrong. It's a really creepy child's movie. But, it was apparently really freaky. And Coraline was phenomenal all around. I think this could have a really good live-action remake if they did this right, maybe. They could live-action remake it or just leave it perfect as is. I'm fine with either one. The stop motion here was phenomenal all around, probably in the top 5 best stop motion movies out there. Coraline is a likable protagonist. The creep factor in here is really creepy. Yeah, this movie was all around phenomenal. I loved it. But coming in at number 1, I have A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which I had in my collection, well, in my household, for a lot of years now. I don't know how long, but I've had it in my household for a lot of years now. Finally watched it, and it's just the definition of a feel-good movie. It was so nice, and a really good movie to put on. Tom Hanks did phenomenal as Mr. Rogers. I thought that might be one of his best roles, maybe? I don't know. I really enjoyed his performance about a guy that needs healing, and Mr. Rogers is there to help him. And, yeah, and the main dude that needs to get healed does great in here as well. Trying to think of any other stuff. Also, how they tie into some of the stuff that's in the Mr. Rogers TV show with the like set pieces and the toy cars passing by and stuff. I thought that was really well done, and also the A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood song by Tom Hanks was actually really great as well. And yeah, if you guys haven't seen Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, I definitely recommend. It was a very feel-good movie. But with that being said, guys, that is the list of Jadical that took forever. I don't know if it took forever. Maybe I talked a little bit faster. I don't know. Now we're going to move on to my overhaul new stuff I got this month. We'll start with the movies I got from my dad's collection. Not my dad's collection, but the family collection. So, first up, I have Snow White and the Huntsman. I haven't watched it in a couple of years until recently this month. And I rewatched it, and I think it's an underrated action movie. We don't talk about the sequel, and what's funny about this one is I always thought the actual case looked weird, and I thought I only had one steelbook in the house entirely through the years or whatever, and that was the Minions. No, this is a steelbook too. Not 4K, but a Blu-ray steelbook, which I was shocked by. I was going, Wait, so we've had 2 steelbooks in the house before I started collecting steelbooks? I was pretty shocked by that. And yeah, it's a really good action movie. All the performances are great. Kristen Stewart does great as Snow White. Chris Hemsworth does really great as the Huntsman, and Charlize Theron does phenomenal in the Evil Queen role. So, and Sam Claflin, I believe that's the guy's name, he does also great as I don't know what the dude's name is, but the Prince Charming. I thought that was pretty good. Overall, I do think the front of the steelbook isn't really cool, but the back, look at that. That does look cool, doesn't it? So, yeah. Huntsman, Snow White and the Huntsman, if you haven't seen it, I would say check it out. Next up we have Arrival, the sci-fi alien movie with Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams. I haven't watched it in a while, so I can't really comment on it, but, I might rewatch this soon. I don't know. I remember it being good, and weird at the same time, but I'll have to rewatch it and check it out again. Then we got The Others. I've never watched this movie all the way through. I've seen clips with my parents putting it on, and I know the big twist. I'm not spoiling it here, but I know the big twist. And, so I can't really comment on it much, really. Princess and the Frog Blu-ray. So I have the 4K of this, but well, I don't have it. But it was either for Mother's Day or my mother's birthday. I bought the 4K for her, so I got the Blu-ray now. So so I'll take the Blu-ray set. Really great animated movie, by the way. Probably my top 30 favorite Disney movies of all time. It's up there. Pearl Harbor, never seen it all the way through. I believe I've seen a clip or 2, but never watched it. Going in Style, been a while since I've seen it, but I remember it being fun. Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin in here. It was really fun. So, it's a heist movie, so it was, yeah, I remember liking that one. Now You See Me 2. I have Now You See Me 1 over there. It was in one of my monthly checks, and I think this is a better sequel. I think this one is a lot better. The magic tricks are cooler, and the CGI effects are really good. So, yeah, and I think all the cast is better, too, I think. So, Now You See Me 2. Then we got I need to change this to a 4K or Blu-ray or something. Or I don't know why. Now this can go perfectly in the Rocky movies. Creed and Creed 2. Both really great movies and very good new adaptations in the Rocky franchise without being Rocky movies. And yeah, and I'll try to get Creed 3 soon. We'll see what happens. But yeah. There we go. Now we got the movies I bought and got gifted. So, well, not movies, but the things I got bought and gifted. So first up, getting in the mood for Christmas season already, we have the Turbo Man Funko Pop. It's Turbo time. And Jingle All the Way is probably in my top 3 favorite Christmas movies. Screw me, Edgar. Probably that, along with the first Home Alone and How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. Those 3 are probably up there. And this one, yeah, I once I saw it for $10, I was going like, I might want that for Christmas, and I got it early. So, yeah, $10. It was pretty cheap Funko Pop. So when I saw that deal, I had to get it. So yeah. Going from one Arnold movie to another, well, is Last Action Hero 4K Steelbook. I had the DVD over there, but I upgraded it to a 4K Steelbook, and the DVD's in the family collection now, and look at the artwork for that thing. That looks beautiful. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I think this is truly an underrated Arnold Schwarzenegger action movie, honestly. And it's a lot, I think it came out at the wrong time. Maybe if it came out, I don't know if it should have came out before or after it came out. I don't know. But, yeah, it was definitely ahead of its time, I think. Yeah. So, yeah. Then we got another 4K Steelbook, the movie we already talked about, and that is Coraline. There we go. Another beautiful 4K Steelbook right there. And then all around, and then, yeah. So, that is my collection for this month. And now, let's switch to the pictures on the ceiling, everybody. So, transition on shows.
Alright, first picture I got for you here is Five Nights at Freddy's, a really good Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I had some issues with it, but it was a lot of fun, and I decided to draw it. So, if you were on my Instagram, you would have seen it earlier, but if you are curious what my Instagram is, it is ToxicGamer331X, so be sure to check me out there.
Alright, so we got two more. We got Toy Story That Time Forgot. It seems like a whole lot of people forgot about this movie. Not movie, but this special. It's a really underrated Christmas special, so I drew that. And then we also have Alf, I love that TV series. It ended terribly, but still a great TV series, so yeah. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this November 2023 monthly check. But before we get into actual ending of the video itself, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free, number two, we're on the road to 500 subscribers, just 75 away now. It would really help out your boy if you did subscribe. Also, don't forget to like the video as well, because it'll let me know that you do like my monthly checks, and it'll help with YouTube algorithm recommend the video more. If you missed my previous toxic monthly checks, they're going to playlist on my YouTube channel. If you'd like to check that one out, also don't forget to ring the bell for all notifications on this case upload, because we do multiple uploads here on the channel every single day. Also, do share the video, because also help me out, get some more people join that toxic. And you feel free to comment your monthly checks down below. But with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all in the next one, everybody. Pa 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 pa. Pizza.